Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Pageant Mag Philippines live session. So yours truly once again, Francois is your pageant correspondent. So we are live simultaneously on our Facebook page and of course on our YouTube channel. Now guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification. And do follow and like our Facebook page as well for more pageant updates. So we are also on Instagram and TikTok, so please do follow us on all our social media platforms. Now, guys, if you have any questions later, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section, right? So I believe that you are all excited to meet our guest for tonight. Now, guys, without further ado, our esteemed guest for tonight is a Miss Earth 2021 candidate hailing from Belgium. So, please do help me then to welcome our guest with a virtual applause, the pride of Belgium, Selena Ali. Right, there you go. Hi, good evening, Selena.
Hi everyone. I'm very happy to be here, really excited.
All right, so we are also very much excited to have you with us tonight. But before that, let me just also introduce to you my co-hosts for tonight. We also have Dandy Estrera, my my fellow correspondent here at Pageant Mag Philippines, and a Q&A trainer from Cebu, Philippines. All right,
Yeah,
hello, good evening,
hi.
Dandy.
So,
Yeah, hello everyone. Hello to all our viewers of Pageant Mag Philippines. And of course, hello to Selena. Very
Hello.
ready to be part of the Miss Earth pageant. She's from Belgium. Glad to be here with you. Glad to have you here, Selena.
Thank you. Glad to be here as well. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
So of course we also have Yoji Diaz in here. The one who actually invited you to for tonight's interview. So he is also part of Pageant Night Philippines as a correspondent as well. So good evening, Yoji. Yoji, can you try um, to maximize your volume because we cannot hear you very clearly? Hi, Yoji. All right. So, Selena, how are you doing? Thank you so much once again.
I'm doing very well. We're all in the preparations for Miss Earth, and today is a day that I can spend with you and all Miss Earth watchers. So it's a very good day today.
Wow, that's really, how shall I say, we are really very much grateful to have you here with us tonight because yes, that's right. We have actually received a lot of how shall I say, promotions coming from Miss Earth from Miss Earth right now, and we've already received some notifications as well about um, interviews to get to know you guys. So for our viewers for tonight, of course, we have less idea rather about you. So can you just tell us more about yourself?
Yes, I'm 24 years old. I graduated as a psychologist, and I'm a shop owner, a little boutique called Dolce Donna. I'm doing with my mom. It's a really family business, and I have a little sister, and I hope she will be a designer one day, and then she comes in our family business as well. I have two brothers, twins, and they're 17, and I'm an animal lover. I have many furry family members as well, and right now, actually, I'm working in the shop and being an example for our new finalists from Miss Exclusive, and I'm working with them and being like their support, and that's what I'm doing these days as Mr. Belgium.
So it seems that you are very, very busy, Selena. And yeah, I can see that you have so much on your plate right now. So, how could you do that? So you are doing very you've been doing a lot, and yet you are here joining Miss Earth 2021.
Well, actually, I can combine everything because my mom, she's really helpful and she is now in our boutique working when I'm around traveling for Miss Earth, when we are going to film the photo shoots and everything. And being with the finalists of our pageant, it's not like working, it's be with the family, it's with friends. And I really love taking care of them and teaching them the way to become a real queen and become our new Miss in 2020. So for me, it's not like working; it's doing my passion every day.
Oh. So what are your
Mm.
other preparations aside from like you are very busy with your work? Like any personal preparation for your upcoming Miss Earth pageant?
Personal, for now, it's really actually go to the locations and shoot everything because there are a lot of videos that we need to make. And then for myself, I'm constantly seeing where I can help changing the climate and doing some projects
Oh.
because it's not all about. Sorry. It's not all about
Oh yeah, the dog is barking.
yes, someone
What's
ring the
going
bell.
on? Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe Francois. Francois.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry
Um,
for that.
no,
Sorry about that. Yeah.
no problem. For me, it's for myself. The preparations is about doing things for our Mother Earth and also taking enough rest. Of course, coming home, spending time with the animals, going asleep early, and then up in the morning again and doing some workouts. So I'm going to stay healthy and keeping my mind clear for the finals of Miss Earth, hopefully.
Oh, that's great.
Mm.
That's great. It's really like a good preparation for you physically, mentally, and of course, well, you're a psychologist yourself. So it's
Mm-hmm.
something like you really had a plan already how to deal with it. Of course,
Yes,
you know,
Exactly.
anxiety, yeah, the anxiety that you have also due this pandemic and,
Mm-hmm.
everything, it's mixed of all. Very, very
That's
proud of you.
absolutely yeah. That's absolutely very helpful for someone, right? For someone who is basically in this kind of situation, right?
yes, the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic
And
is very hard for everyone, and
mhm.
still it's still a threat in a lot of countries. Today in Belgium, it's getting a little bit better. So hopefully the rest of the world will evolve as well in a way we get to live as we used to. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed so it will all go away really soon.
Absolutely everything will be better very soon. Hopefully, yes, right? Oh,
Yes,
let me just greet our viewers for now. Okay, so we have Kimberly Bossman. How? Hi, good evening. Good afternoon to you, Kimberly, and she looks stunning. Yeah, she
oh,
is.
thank you.
We also have Gail. Is this Gail? Gail
Laminek.
Vlamin Vlamik. Right. Hi,
I think I
Gail.
should agree
Good
that.
afternoon to you. What an appearance, according to Gail. And you are her number one. And of course, another from Eden Rose Solgan, Dayora. It's Dayola rather. Oh, good afternoon to you if you are in um, Belgium. And of course, Ken Stevens, hi. Yes, she looks stunning. All right, and I have to agree on that. And by the way, so thank you so much for viewing, guys. And if you have any questions for Selena, please do drop your questions down below. And yes, let's continue the interview now. Selena, seemingly that and may I just ask first, is this your first pageant? Is it your first pageant experience, or you have been doing pageantry prior to Miss Earth?
I participated in my country for Miss Exclusive, and it was last year, so I became first runner-up Miss Exclusive there, and now I'm Miss Earth Belgium, so it's my first experience internationally, but my second experience actually.
So, can you tell us about your experience as Miss Exclusive?
I really loved it. It was a pageant, and it was more about being a family, about being a group, and I've got a lot of friends out of it. I grew as a woman. I learned some makeup tricks, some ways to present yourself as a woman and be out there in the world, be a voice, and I learned how to speak to an audience. And for me, it was a good way to learn how to express myself, to become the woman I am today. And I'm very grateful for the organizations and all the finalists that were there with me because it was a wonderful year with a lot of activities. And for me, it was a wonderful experience. And actually, if I could, I would enter again. But yeah, as a runner up, I now am like a mother for the new finalists, and that's lovely as well.
So, was your placement in Miss Exclusive gave you this opportunity to join Miss Earth, or is it were you being appointed to join Miss Earth?
No, actually, I was first runner-up, and our winner, she was going to Miss Earth, but because it's a virtual edition, she couldn't make it because she had some appointments with sponsors and work, and she wasn't able to spend these upcoming months for Miss Earth. So now I was ready, and I didn't stop actually because my advocacy it wasn't only for the pageant; it's for life. So I kept on going, and I made some contacts with big organizations in Belgium. Kept on fighting for the earth. So that's why they said like, now it's your turn, and you're ready for this. And it's my real passion. So that's why I'm became Miss Earth Belgium.
So, which means you replaced the Miss Exclusive
Yes. Yeah, but
winner.
she's still Miss Exclusive. So
Absolutely.
she's not Miss Earth anymore, but she's still Miss Exclusive, and she's doing a wonderful job.
So would this mean that by next year, at least somehow, if Miss Earth will still continue, of course, will she be the one to represent Belgium instead, or you there will be another Miss Exclusive pageant to be done by next year?
I actually don't know that. I think she will go abroad because she's very beautiful and she can do very big things in an international competition. But I don't know who is going to be the next Miss Earth Belgium. It may as well be one of the finalists who are competing right now to become Miss Exclusive. So that's the question. I don't know the answer yet.
As of
Not
now,
yet.
all right,
Yeah.
no problem about that. Oh, by the way, let me just ask, was the Miss Exclusive pageant that you've joined in Belgium an online pageant, or it was a face to face? I mean, a live pageant.
It was a live pageant, but yeah, it was during the lockdown in Belgium. So we had to do our practice for our show online. So every Sunday we were dancing behind our computers, and we had to follow strict rules when we wanted to see each other. But it went very well because we were tested several times before the show, and we were not allowed to see anyone anymore before we went on stage. So it was a live, an actual face-to-face pageant.
All right. So it's a combination of live and face to face,
Yeah.
right? Of online rather, online and face to
Yeah,
face.
online preparations and
Uh huh.
face to face on the stage, and also we went live on Facebook and social media to broadcast the show because there was less people allowed to watch the show than normally without corona.
So similarly, that you have no more any problems about your preparation somehow on Miss Earth as an online once again, right?
Yes.
All right, good. Do you have any other questions, Dandy?
Yeah. So, yep. What are the photo shoots that you have been preparing for Miss Earth beauty pageant? If it is okay to tell.
Yes, it's the usual like last year, like the long gown and bikini. All the videos that we showed last year, that's the things that we are doing right now. And we are going to shoot as well this week 2 times and the next week as well. So it's the usual that we would normally perform on stage that we are now going to put in a nice video to show you online.
Mm.
And that
So it's
means
really like, yeah, yeah, it's
you
really
will
like,
be submitting that.
Sorry,
yeah,
what?
it's
Go
really
ahead.
like, you work it with some videographer and then you will submit it to the organization
Yes, yes,
afterwards.
that's how it works. Yes.
Oh,
They
so
have a
really like
team.
virtual.
They have a team to work with, right? And then eventually submit those materials to the organization, right?
Yes, yes. And actually, yesterday, because we have another Miss here in Belgium from our same organization, Miss Globe, we went together with our photographer into Brussels and we did my video and her video. So we're working with the whole team and the whole organization to give all misses from our pageant a chance to go online and international.
Oh, that's nice. So that's really very somehow it gives us excitement to
Yes.
see all those videos that you guys will be sending to Miss Earth organization. We have here Shannon Paternoster. Aloha from Hawaii, USA. Good luck from Hawaii. Where can we follow you on all social media platforms? And I shared your live. Thank you so much for sharing your live.
Yes, it's my Instagram, Miss Earth Belgium. You can follow this platform. And as well, there's a link to my personal Instagram where I will post as well my journey as Miss Earth Belgium.
All right, very good. Thank you so much for that, Shannon. Uh-huh. Though we actually have a segment for that,
Yeah,
for
of course
promoting
you
the
do.
social media platforms later. By the way,
Yep, yep.
yeah, I can see that you are already an accomplished, rather, you are an accomplished woman. You have so many things, just like what I've mentioned a while back. You have so many things on your plate. So, why you still have to join Miss Earth? What's basically behind it? What's your reason?
Yeah, for me, like I know a lot of girls do pageants because they like to be on stage and everything. I love it as well, but for me, participating for Miss Exclusive and Miss Earth was because the reason behind the pageants, because Miss Earth was more about being for the environment, protecting wildlife. That's also my advocacy. I will tell you later about it. And for me, it's not about winning or the crown or being on stage and being in this beautiful dress. I wanted to participate to become the voice of the voiceless, and to do something bigger than only wear a crown, you know? So that's why I
Mm-mm.
participated Miss Exclusive to accomplish a lot more because I think it's beautiful that we have this Miss Earth platform because me as a person, I only have amount of followers, and if I speak to them then they will hear it. But if I speak now, a lot of people all around the world can hear what I have to say, can hear all the messages that all the delegates has to say, and that's the most beautiful thing, that we can start sharing, spreading our environmental statements, and that people can learn about it That's the reason why I wanted to participate, because I really actually want to make the change and be an example for a lot of people as well. And I wanted to use this platform to be together stronger. That's why I'm also going to work with a lot of organizations, because yeah, as a team you can accomplish a lot more than you can do alone.
Exactly, right? So I absolutely agree with you on that. And yeah, Miss Earth has actually, should I say, has actually a bigger platform right now, especially that our environment is one of those that are voiceless, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, Lindo, do you have any questions further?
Yeah, so far it's okay. Yeah.
All right,
Yes,
so
shall we
there,
move on to the next segment?
absolutely, absolutely. So we'll
Yes.
be playing the have you ever had challenge in order for us to get to know you well. Well, I hope you will enjoy this. Selena. Okay, this is actually just very basic questions, more about yourself, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So here we go. Selena, have you ever had spied on your neighbors?
Hmm. No, actually, I have not. But it's a good idea when I get bored, you never know.
That's
But
right,
yeah,
right?
I do think I will get bored really soon. So,
Okay, so just give me 1 second here. Our friend in here is my co-host is out due to some internet issues, so I'll be alone. All right, so let's proceed then. Selena, have you ever had worn an underwear or the same underwear 2 days in a row?
no, as a shop owner from luxury brands, lingerie, and fashion, I cannot wear lingerie more than 1 day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, because you have a lots of
Yeah, and
of
it's not healthy for your body to wear it twice. So,
exactly. That's
very
right.
important to change it.
That's right. How about this one, Selena? Have you ever had broken something like a window and ran away?
Oh wow. No, I never broke a window. Maybe a glass that I accidentally spilled on the floor, but nothing bigger than a glass of water. And I didn't run
Mm.
away. To just say, I cleaned it up very nice.
Good. Have you ever had sung in the shower or on the toilet?
Yes, actually, if I'm home alone, I don't like the silence, so I sing all around the house and also in the shower. It's a, a good place to give a little concert.
Yes, actually, that's actually the best place for everyone to do their own concert, right?
Yes.
How about this one? Have you ever had made up a story to get out of a traffic ticket?
A traffic ticket? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what you mean with the traffic ticket.
Meaning,
Ah, yeah, traffic ticket, as in if you get a note from a cop, that's
yes,
what
that's
you mean.
right. Uh huh.
Um, I didn't made up a story, but I actually told one. We had a very an exam for school, so we needed to park very quickly because we were running late. And when we came out of the exam, the police was at our car, and we could explain. And then he said, "Okay, a warning is okay. Hopefully, you did well on your tests." But I didn't make up a story yet.
All right. So let's proceed. Have you ever had faked being so sick so you could stay home or come home from school or work?
I think as a child, I might have done that. I think every child does it because you get a lot of care and you can watch movies all day and you get cookies and everything. And now, actually, I cannot do it anymore because I need to work and being sick actually isn't an option. Just go. But now I'm a little bit jealous of my little sister because when she's sick, she gets everything. And when I'm sick now, it's like, okay, you need to go and there's no time for sickness, especially during Miss Earth.
Mhm.
It's also a state of mind, if you are going to let your health and way of thinking go like, oh, I'm sick, I need to rest, then I
Mhm.
will get sicker. So I'm not thinking like that anymore.
It will definitely happen, right?
Yes.
So this what they say. This basically based from what they say that if you think something like positive, then positivity will definitely follow, right? So
Yes,
it's a
that's
law of
that's right. That's
attraction.
You need to think positive and think that you're very healthy, and then you will have the energy to keep on going.
Right. There. That's perfect. So there you go. Let's proceed. Um, hmm. Have you ever had? Have you ever had? Oh, sorry, this is wrong. Have you ever had fallen or slid down the stairs?
Yes, I have um fallen
How did it
actually.
happen?
I would have wanted that I could slide down the stairs. That would be way cooler, but I have fallen down the stairs. Yeah, and that hurt.
Like playing, like just playing at the amusement park, right? Supposedly.
Yeah, that's amazing, but falling on the stairs on your back, it really hurts.
Exactly. Now I think this is gonna be the last one. Have you ever had gotten in trouble at school or at a church?
I had any trouble at school, but it wasn't because of myself. It was because there's a lot of bullying in the world, and I actually think it needs to stop because it makes people feel very terrible about themselves. And after fighting them off, I actually, in when we were graduated, they came to me and said sorry because they said terrible things the past few years. But it made me stronger today. So that were the troubles that I had, but I never got in trouble in church or because I did something wrong.
Oh, that's so cute of you, right? Mhm. Yes, hello Selena from Ralph Sambat. Hi, good evening to you,
Hi,
Ralph.
thank you for commenting.
All right. Selena, Ali, how can you request for your autograph picture with sash and crown since now you have a fan?
Oh, I have a friend.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. Um, I will comment everything later when I rewatch the show, and then I will come back to this comment. And thank you for the comment and calling you're a fan. That's really sweet.
see, you already have a fan from. Yeah, this one is from Hawaii, right?
Yes, I think he was from Hawaii.
Yes, she is. He is rather.
I
All right,
must
thank
visit
you.
Hawaii after all this COVID troubles in the world. I think it's a beautiful place.
Yes, it is. It is. It's actually one of the paradises that we have
Yeah.
right now, right? Yeah, in the whole wide world. Anyways, thank you so much for your honesty, Selena, and I absolutely appreciate that.
It
So,
was a fun game. Thank you for the questions.
my pleasure, Selena. So, Selena, this time we will be talking more about social issues, or at least the environmental issues, as based from Miss Earth organizations. Advocacy or yeah advocacy so in Belgium, Selena, one of the environmental problems is actually air. So can you tell us more about how Belgium government is working on resolving the air problems in your country?
Yes, for us, Belgium is a small country, and actually, in the Flemish part, there is a lot of citizens and less landscape. We have a French part, and there is beautiful for walking and nature. But where I live, there's a lot of buildings and citizens. So we need to work on the air pollution because otherwise, it's not healthy to live here. So we're actually putting windmills all over Belgium, also in the harbor. And when boats come in, because we have a large harbor in Belgium, in Antwerp, they get to plug their motors, their boats, into electricity system from Antwerp, so they can use the electricity to come in the harbor instead of using their motor and producing more CO2 in the world. So that's actually a very good solution. You're also actually, we banned old cars from our city. If you have an old car that's not already been justified to produce less CO2 and oxygens and pollution, then they are not allowed to come in Antwerp anymore or in Brussels. So they need to stay out of the problem areas. So we are also going to introduce more electric cars, putting more stations to plug them in. And we are having in Antwerp and Brussels, you can ride and rent a bike everywhere where you go. You can take an electric step. So you just can leave your car at home and you can go by foot, by bike. And they are giving us so much solutions so we can clear our air. And it's very beautiful that our government is doing these initiatives and our citizens are following their.
Yeah, I think that is one of the best solutions, I guess, for this kind of issues. That at least you are making those somehow how shall I say movements or actions to eradicate carbon dioxide that basically affects our layer, right?
Yes, and also we have like a traffic road around the city, and it's also not allowed to drive very fast or hard there. And they are looking to have solutions to make traffic more fluently, so there's not a lot of cars together where they can produce all these bad oxygen. You're away. I'm alone. I, I cannot hear you.
There you go.
Yes,
I do
perfect.
apologize because I'm actually charging the laptop right here, so it suddenly lost my camera, and it's causing some noise. I guess is
Yes,
it?
but it's gone. It's gone. It's perfect now.
One moment, let me just try to fix this. Sorry about that. Hello, can you hear me better?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. All right. So I guess that's the problem. Anyways, so yeah, just like what I have mentioned earlier, it's absolutely somehow um perfect, or shall I say it's good that the government is working that way. At least you can work hand in hand with them, correct?
Yes, yes, we work towards the same goals, and also my organization is very aware of the problems. So the whole studio is working on solar power and energy, and that's something we're promoting as well in Belgium to use solar energy and put panels on every house. So that's something that's going to be more often in the future that people are going to buy solar panels to put on their house and use this kind of energy, and it will help as well to clear our air, to use less energy, and
That's right.
keep on using the energy that our mother Earth gives us, like our wind and our sun.
Hmm. Oh, we would like to encourage everyone to please drop your questions down below, guys, because absolutely we need your questions. Anyways, um, now, Selena, aside from air pollution, you also have some environmental issues on land and water pollution. How are you dealing with this?
Yes, there is some problems with land and water pollutions, and we are working on promoting more like sustainable and bio-friendly farming. So actually, for me as well, I'm going to go to a place where I can put my own vegetables into the ground, and then it's something you can do with your whole family, and then you can take the vegetables when they are finished, and you just made them yourself with your own hands, and it's like back in the days. And I love doing this and being one with nature again, instead of going to a farm, to a shop actually, where the products came from another country and I get to take the plane to Belgium. And actually, on those farms where we go, we know the products are not going to be filled with chemicals, and we are not going to poison our land anymore. And also for the animals, the insects, it's much better if we promote this kind of farming and promote this kind of making your own fruit and vegetables in Belgium. And we're also working with my town actually to be more friendly. It's better for the biodiversity, for our fauna and flora. It's important. And we are working to use less chemicals, and we are not going to make a pollution of our grounds anymore. And also the water problem in Belgium, there's not a lot of uh, lakes or like you see in other countries, but we have an
That's right.
ocean, and they're working there as well. And I actually hope that they will put in the future as well some windmills into the ocean, so we can use that space to keep on taking energy without putting some more lakes on the ground.
Thermal energy, right?
Yeah, I think that's the best solution, that we can put them in the ocean, so we did like the Flemish part that I talked about. It's very you have a lot of citizens. So if you're going to put there more windmills, it's going to get more crowded. So if you can
Hmm.
use some space in the ocean, and we can take more energy from our Earth, I think it's a good solution. And
That's
for
right.
water, um, we're also working on that. They have became big in I don't know how to say it in English. They are recycling water. They are making it clean again, and we are also promoting as an organization to use less water, to close your uh, your water when you're brushing your teeth. It's like the small things that we need to work
Mm-mm.
on. And our government is promoting that as well. And me as a finalist and all the finalists of Miss Exclusive were constantly sending the message into the world to just start with
Mhm.
yourself. And I think that's a big step already.
That's right. Actually, we already have that here in the Philippines. We're in. Actually, it happens in some establishments that
Yeah,
the water is being recycled. Like those waters used for flashing urinals, toilet bowls, something like that.
yeah,
Those are actually these kind of recycled water from washing dishes, and even for those simple things that are being used already, that's being used for flashing those
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
urinals.
something that we're doing as well, using the rain to
Mhm.
flush in your house. And also
Yeah.
when it's hot, and sometimes during summer it's going to be really hot, then our government is sending a promotion on the TV show, like don't water your plants, don't if you want to water your plants, do it at night or something, so we're not going to spill water and use it when actually it's in danger to use water when it's a very hot day during summer. So that's something that they are also promoting to us, that we need to take care and not spill and any water, because yeah, we know we are going to be short on water maybe in the future, so they are actually going to send the message that we are going to be very careful by using the water.
That's right. Okay. By the way, out of topic, we have a question from Yoji. How do you prepare for Miss Earth pageant? I think you've already answered this a while back during the getting to know you part. So, would
Yes.
you like to answer that for Yoji?
Yes, I'm preparing with my whole organization, doing video shoots, doing photo shoots, and making everything ready to send to the organization of Miss Earth. So you can watch our beautiful videos from our long gown, bikini, and everything during the show. And I'm also preparing myself to take care of myself, be healthy, go and work out every week. And I'm also constantly watching. The news about the earth. I'm working on the environment with the organization, and I'm reading a lot of stuff about how we can make a difference and how we can make a difference in the future, and what scientists people are saying about our state of earth when the degrees are actually going to raise. So I'm constantly studying about everything.
All right. Thank you so much, Yoji, for the question. And once again, guys, if you have any question for Miss Belgium or Selena, please don't hesitate to drop your questions at the comment section. All right. So we will definitely answer questions right here, direct to Selena. All right. So Selena, let's continue our topic a while ago. So we've been talking about water pollution and air pollution. So I was also in I was while I was reading actually some environmental issues on Belgium. Yeah, it came to my awareness about the pollution on water. So what kind of pollution in water that you are experiencing right now
Hmm. In Belgium or globally?
in
Because I
in, in
didn't hear
Belgium?
the whole
Yeah, in
question.
Belgium. Yeah, it's actually in Belgium because I was reading actually the some environmental issues in Belgium. So it came to my awareness. It came to yeah I became aware about pollution on your water or on water or the water on water or on the rivers, so
Yes.
per se. So what are the issues or what kind of pollution that you have been experiencing in the rivers or on the water
Yeah.
as in general?
Yes. I think it's not only in Belgium a big problem. If you see it all over the world, it's
Yeah.
very dirty. People throw trash in the ocean. They throw trash in the rivers. And what I hate the most, and I see it actually every day, is the fact that people throw their masks into the ocean. And when we went to the river cleanup, we went to Antwerp, and we picked some trash out of the ocean. We picked some trash out of the rivers, and actually every Sunday there's a group of people, and we are going to join them, who go with a boat on the rivers and with nets and take every trash out of it. And I think it's very disrespectful from people if they just throw everything into the ocean, into the rivers. And it's not only for the water, but also for the ducks, the birds, every life that lives in the ocean, on the ocean, that we
Mhm.
are poisoning by throwing everything into the water. And you can see it as well if you go to the beach. People need to do more. Where when they stay on the beach, they need to clean before they leave. And
Mhm.
there's still some lack of being careful as a citizen, and taking care of this property, of this beach. And you see people are still not taking care enough of the ocean and the rivers. And I think it's because they think it's very easy to throw it and then it's away, but actually it's not going away. No, it's going to stay
Mm-mm.
there, and it's going to float all over the world, and then we have a big
That's right.
problem if it comes all together. So I think this is the biggest problem in Belgium, and that's why as well I want to talk with all our Earth Queens and
Mhm.
reach out to say like stop throwing things on the ground in the ocean, take care of it, and we are not going to pollute more of our ground, of our air, and of our water.
And this could not only affect
Yes,
the ocean itself, but it could also affect the living waters. I mean the
yes,
living how shall I say it? How shall I call that again? The living creatures rather
yes, as
in the
well. But
water. Yeah.
also our health. You know,
Mhm.
if there's going to be plastics in the water, it's going to be automatically going to go in our houses, and we're going might have been drinking it as well, or putting it over our food, so it's not healthy for us as well.
Do you think that this could also add to the global warming issues that we are experiencing?
It's especially going to be a factor of the global warming
Mhm.
because there are a lot of areas in the ocean right now who are becoming much warmer, and we are
Mhm.
going to destroy the beautiful parts of our ocean because of the air pollutioning. Our seaweed is going to start growing, and it's going to cover our ocean, so the isn't going to reflect anymore, and it's going to warm the waters up. So it is going to be a huge part of the global warming, especially the air pollution with our greenhouse effects.
Mhm.
So we are actually going to be the reason that global warming is happening right now.
Mhm. So with that question, actually, with that line, we are heading to Yoji's question. How do you feel when you hear about global warming? Is there a hope for the future?
Yes, if I'm talking about global warming, it's making me a little bit anxious because I'm actually reading a book about it, and it's about when our Earth is going to go up with 6 degrees. And if you're
Mhm.
going to be at 6 degrees, it's going to be impossible for any life to have a happy and normal life on Earth. But
Mhm.
I think because we are today in 2021 and we are all talking about it, our government knows it's time today that we start working on it, that there will be a future, but it will only last and happen if we are going to start today as individuals, as our government. And they have also made a plan to reduce the air pollution, the water pollution. And if we all stick to the plan and we are going to look at ourselves and start, then I think there's hope for the future. And actually,
Mhm.
I'm going to work for this hope for the future. And our beautiful Earth must exist until
Mhm.
eternity. So
Yes.
this global
It
warming
should
is a big
revive.
issue.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think it's waking a lot of people up right now. We're talking about it everywhere. You see it in the news daily. And they talked about it on our radio last week. And it's one of the most smart things I ever heard on the radio. They said global warming, we are the reason as humans are responsible for it. And I was like, wow, this is some kind of information that I already thought and said to people, but now it was on the radio, so everybody heard it. So there is
Mhm.
hope because people are actually realizing that today is going to be the day that we need to change.
That's right. That's right. At least for now, there are a lot of campaigns that
Yes,
are going around, right? Promoting global warming. I mean, promoting the awareness on global warming, right?
yes.
Mhm. Thank you so much, Yoshi, for that question. We have another question from Shannon Paternoster. Miss Selena Ali, if you could have three wishes as Miss Earth Belgium 2021, what would it be and why?
Thank you for the question. It's a very interesting question.
Mhm, it is.
Hmm. For me as a person, and a wish for all the world, I would
Mhm.
wish that COVID would disappear as a immediately, of course, because I
Yes.
think it's still a very huge impact on our lives. If you go to a public place, you're constantly like, "Oh, can I touch this?" It's an impact on our life, on our way of living, and also in contact with persons. I love to hug and give like a hello kiss, and now it's like hi, and you cannot touch each other. So I'm missing the personal contact with my family and friends. And also, if you hear about the Philippines, that you cannot go to clubs or restaurants and everything is closed, I'm very
Yeah.
living with you. So I would hope that this would disappear.
Mhm.
Then, as Miss Earth Belgium, yeah, there's one wish that we that I would wish, but it will not happen because because I am going to wish it, but it will happen if we are going to start working on it today. And it's
Mhm.
that our environment and our global warming problem and all the awareness problems that we're going to talk about during Miss Earth are going to be taken care of. That we're going to start as one group of people, all the citizens of our world, all of them, and that they're going to realize that okay, today we need to turn off the light and we need to take more responsibility of our earth. I think if we can make that switch in people's mind, that's a big
Mhm.
step to our future.
That's right.
And then, as a wish that I want to do, and it's actually on my bucket list, and I'm still going to wish it, so hopefully it will happen in the future. I actually want to go to another country to work with wildlife there and
Mhm.
work in the breeding programs, work with larger animals, with lions, monkeys, and chimpanzees like Jane Goodale. And I
Mhm.
actually want to make a change there. I want to be part of saving our wildlife with my own hands and my own efforts.
Mhm.
So that's something I want to do after Miss Earth in the future. So I'm still wishing that I can get the chance to travel to those countries and be there for the animals.
Wow, that's really very interesting. And what actually caught what actually caught me on your from your answers is basically when you mentioned about the end of pandemic.
Yes,
Hopefully the pandemic will end very soon. Now, what I'm trying to tell or to somehow ask you is that since the pandemic started last year and it's already turning to its second year by in a few months next year, right? So
yes.
my question is, have was is pandemic or was there anything that actually somehow or was there any way that the pandemic helped the environment?
In anyway, if we could like to see the positive story about it, less
Mhm.
planes were flying in the air, less traffic. People were staying home. They were working from home, and actually
Mhm.
that's a positive thing because I think it's going to stay. Government is
Mhm.
promoting it that you can work from home, that you can work one day at least at your home, and it's better for the environment if we are not taking the car every day, if we are not going, yeah, to travel miles for work. And also this pageant, I know you would love to see us live in the Philippines. I would love to be there as well and meet all the delegates, but we are virtual and we are actually still be able to send our message, create awareness. So
Mhm.
we should think about the environment. And then COVID and the pandemic was a little bit positive because people weren't allowed to go out anymore. But I know
Mhm.
for our mental health, the going out part is something that a lot of people are missing, and they will be happy to do it as well. But if I can say, if you're going out after the pandemic, we can all take the bike and reduce our air pollution.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, one of the best solution or somehow best, yeah, one of the best solution for air pollution is by using bicycles,
Yes,
right?
yes. And it's also a nice way to exercise, so it's a win-win if you take the bike.
Yeah, that's good for. That's actually one kind of cardio exercise, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is it? It's one kind of cardio exercise, if I'm
Yes,
not
it's actually the thing that you warm up with, and if you want to cool down, you go on the bike. So it's
mistaken.
perfect if you want to work out.
Mm-mm. All right. So, Dandy here is back. So,
Yeah,
Dandy, do you have
I'm
any
back.
questions? Yeah.
Yeah, the internet is very slow in my end. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was lost.
it's actually okay. It's actually okay. Yeah. So, do you have any
Sorry for
questions
that,
for?
Selena.
Oh, it's no problem. I'm happy
Or-
to have you back.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so I have a like I don't know if it was really if it was asked already, but I really wanted to ask like um how this beauty pageant, especially Miss Earth, affecting your life.
Yes, it's affecting
What
my
are your
life.
hopes, your dreams? Yeah, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah, it was a dream to become Miss Earth, Miss Belgium, and now it's reality. And I'm living the dream actually every day. I'm working with an organizations, being able to promote our country, to promote Mother Earth, and spread our awareness on a bigger scale. So for me, it's actually living the dream every day, and it's affecting my life. Because I'm a lot busier right now, but I love to be busy. I don't like sitting at home all by myself. I love being with my family, and I'm still taking time for that as well. But being Miss Earth Belgium, it gives you oh, it's actually like a way of living. It's something you do with passion, and being Miss Earth Belgium has a huge impact in a positive way. And I love to be here with all of you today, and something that I would never been doing if I wasn't Miss Earth Belgium. So I'm meeting a lot of new people in my life.
yeah, that's also an opportunity for us to get to know you.
Yes, and I actually got a fan right now, so that's also something very wonderful.
Mhm. And we have another question from Yoji. What do you think is more important nowadays? Is it the social issues or the environmental problems?
It's something that I cannot choose from because I am a psychologist. So I think
Mhm.
social issues are something that is going to be there every day. We might not see them, but a lot of people are also going through some hard days, and they are going to need help. And that's something we're actually going to provide as well in Belgium. There are more psychologists, more centers where we can help people. The
Mhm.
environmental problem is something that's going to be there every day. We can see it, we cannot see it. But today in Belgium, actually, there happened something really bad a few months ago. There were some floods, and it's something that we only watched on the TV. But now it was in our country, and it's something that you realize then at that moment, like the environmental problem is there. It's not only in other countries or on the TV, it's actually here, and it's threatening a lot of lives. So they are both equally important, and we should take care of ourselves, but also at our environment. Because if you are not going to take care of the environmental problem, then there are going to be more social issues in the future. Because yeah, the circumstances are going to get worse, and people are going to get in situations like disasters, like the floods, and they are going to need help as well. So we should provide both of them the help and the care that they need.
That's right. I think they are. Um, it's like a domino effect. Actually, if
Yes.
one is being missed, then definitely the other gets affected as well, right?
Yes, yeah,
Hmm.
indeed. If you're not going to take care of our people, their mental health, they are not going to be thinking actually about the environmental problem. So it works both ways, and it's also connected.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, well, I just wanted to ask as well, Selena, you are a psychologist, just like what you have mentioned earlier. So, being a psychologist, how could you be very helpful to the environment?
I can be very helpful because I know how to reach to people. It's very hard to get inside people's minds. It's actually something that we learn in school, how to be in contact, how to get the people to come with their solution themselves. Because if you
Mm-mm,
say like you need to do this to people, they are going to say you don't need to tell me what to do. But
mm-mm,
as a psychologist, you're going to ask questions, and the people are going to come up with their own solutions. So I think knowing this kind of techniques to talk to people that way, I can go much further and get people to change their habit into a greener habit, and they are going to start changing their way of life. So I'm going to use my knowledge of the human brains to
mm-mm,
actually use it during my talks, during my if I might actually have a YouTube channel in the future, you never know. I'm going to use these tactics to change the people's mind and talk in a way to them that they are going to want to do something about this environmental problem.
That's right. All right. I'm really very happy to hear this from you as a psychologist. That being a psychologist is really very helpful to somehow reach out to the people and change how they think about the environment. Right.
Yes.
Um, this actually reminds me of our course along with Dandy. It's actually a counseling course. That's right, Dandy. That you don't have to help the patient to somehow I mean, you don't have to give a solution to the patient, but help the patient to
Yeah.
resolve its
Yes.
own problem. Correct? Is it
Yes,
correct,
actually, we know
Danny?
the solution ourselves, but it takes a person to help you to give the solution to yourself. And if you know yourself, if you're telling yourself, I'm going to do this, then you will do it. If someone else is going to say what you need to do, then a lot of people
Yeah.
are stubborn and they're not going to do it.
Mm-mm.
But we
It's
have to
more of
know,
helping them to. It's actually helping them or guiding them on
yes,
how to
we're just a
to do
tool.
their things. Yeah.
Yeah, as a psychologist, we're just a tool to get the people see that they actually have the solution themselves.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes. Do you have any questions, Dandy?
Yeah, about this psychology thing. No, it's really like mental health now is really like
Uh-huh.
one of the topics that
Emerging
we need
issues.
to
Yeah.
tackle. Yeah, because of this pandemic. Like for me, Selena, I'm working at home. I've never went to the office for about almost 18 months already. This really like created me a lot of like like bored at home, very difficulty. I my question is that um is there any like campaign or you're thinking about like how to um how to uplift like those people like me working at home and felt already bored because of this that we cannot go out because of the pandemic. Is there anything that you can tell us or encourage us how to
Yes.
do um get into the rhythm of like you know what I mean, yeah.
Yes, it's taking a lot of time in your country that you need to stay at home. With us, it was I think 4 months, so it's not that long. But I know the feeling, and you need actually. I hope you have family with you in the house. You need to start
No, I'm
bonding with.
alone.
You're
Sorry,
alone.
I'm
Oh,
alone.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have family, then we became closer during the pandemic because we did some. Normally, you go out and you're not being there with your family the whole week. But now we were every day together and we made it cozy. We did some cooking and everything, so we became closer as a family. But if you're alone, and you're not able to go out in the Philippines, right? Or you can go and see people in a park, or isn't that
No,
allowed?
no, we cannot go
No,
out.
you cannot
Well,
go out.
there are times that we can go out, but
Yeah,
very limited. And then within the vicinity, we can
yeah.
go out to the market. But of course,
Yeah, it's not the same. No, I
yeah.
always tell you, find a passion that you can do at home. I don't know if you like yoga, or you have a
Mhm,
huge crush on a TV show or something, an addiction.
mhm,
Take the
mhm.
time to do what you want, to do what you like, actually, because when the pandemic's over, you are going to go out, you're going to see your friends, you're going to enjoy life again. So you can see this as a positive way to take time for yourself. Think about some things that you're not resolved yet in your personal life. Take the time to resolve everything to become your true self, and then after the pandemic you can go out, you can be the new version of yourself, and then you can be the new
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking
That's
forward to
right,
that.
actually. Yeah.
yeah, you can be the new version of yourself, and
Yeah,
you really
like
can.
Don Jan 2.0.
And you can do some virtual sessions, so you would have some company as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I do
So
some virtual sessions with beauty
yes,
queens. I mentored Q&A
yes,
to
keep yourself
yeah
busy.
local and national pageant in the Philippines. Yeah.
You should keep yourself busy and try to make a better person of yourself. So if the pandemic's over, you're going to be wow.
the best
Yeah,
version of
The best
the
yourself.
version of
best.
yourself.
Thank you very much for the tip. It really helps, no? It really helps, especially to me
But
that
you're not
I'm
alone. That's
sick.
something else we need to
Yeah.
know. You're not alone, and you're all in this together. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
How
and
about
thank you for
you?
that. Thank you for the sharing here in Pageant Mags and all the we have a lot of viewers who are here also who have more or less the same thing as we have from a beauty queen itself herself and a what's that a psychologist. It's
yeah,
really nice to hear from you.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
about you?
thank you.
Yeah,
you're
yes.
welcome.
How about you, Selena? What have you learned during the pandemic? Yeah, you mentioned a while ago that it was very short in Belgium, that you only had like 4 months of recovering. Like, I mean, yeah, after 4 months, you have recovered right away from it, right? So,
Yes.
what have you learned from that 4 months long during the pandemic?
Yeah, for us it was like more like it wasn't a recovery, but then we opened again with very hard restrictions, and then we closed again. So it was very difficult actually to follow because they were giving us something and everyone was excited, and then it was going away. So
Mm-hmm.
that's hard if you are going to be excited for something and then they are going to pull the strings back. So I think that was hard for a lot of businesses because actually we opened our shop during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So right before the lockdown we opened. So during our pandemic, I learned how to go online on social media to promote our shop on social media because it was very useful actually during those periods. Because if we weren't online, then we would have be closing our shop after the lockdown again. So I studied how to be an expert on social media. I studied how to be going to client relationships. So
Mm-hmm.
I was still busy during lockdown. And for me,
Mm-hmm.
I also learned that family is so important. We learned to love the small things. You know, normally if you want to go with family, you go to a restaurant. But now every night we took some small chips or something, and then we talked hours. We watched the movie, and being with
Mm-hmm.
family was very helpful during this period, and also saving actually our company was
Mm-hmm.
something during our COVID period that was very yeah, necessary actually. And I also learned the contact between friends during the pandemic is very hard, but we try to call once in a while. We try to chat also. You don't have much to say, you know, how was your day? Yeah, how was it
Yes.
going, you know? But we still kept in contact, and yeah, the value of personal context is something that I actually think it's more important right now after the pandemic. And I try to see at least one friend or two friends a week. Also, when it's busy, you just plan it and you go to your friends because it's something
Mm-hmm.
that's very important.
That's right. Wow, so that's really amazing. And it continues to amaze me actually, Selena, because um, you keep on sharing to us some new knowledge, some new realization somehow, especially during the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Dandy Jan, do you have any further questions about that?
Yeah, not anymore with the pandemic, but rather on like about like like how her business, no, because
Mhm.
she mentioned that she had a store or a with a
It's a lingerie.
branded lingerie lines. No? Am I correct? I still remember. So how did you cope as a businesswoman? No, how did you cope up with the situation nowadays? I believe people are now shopping physically in your country, or
Yes. Yes. And for
mm,
me, actually, it's having a shop with my mom. It's also a good combination with my degree. I'm now a
mhm.
businesswoman, but I'm still a psychologist. And being a woman going into a fashion lingerie shop, you're going to be exposed. Every woman is going to be there half naked in front of the mirror, and they are insecure. they are having parts that I don't like about their body. So for me, it's
Exactly.
like helping people every day, dressing them to feel more beautiful again, giving them some confidence, and every client is going out with a smile and they are like, yes, I'm beautiful in my body. And for me, it's not going to work. It's about helping people, it's about being in contact with them. And then the business side of it is going to be putting every stuff online. That's the more boring part. All the technical stuff. But being in contact with the clients is actually what it's all about for me. And the difficult business part, that's still something that my mom is going to manage, and I'm still learning, because I'm only 24 years old. So that's something I will do in the future also all by myself. But now I'm very happy to be in a family business.
That's
Mm.
good.
That's great.
Great.
That's great. Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So thank you very much for sharing with us your expertise,
Uh-huh.
your thoughts, and your learnings and your realizations of this pandemic. Even like telling me or sharing to me how to deal with my own self. Yeah, I am very
Mhm.
very honored to have you here. I hope we can catch up more with you,
Yes.
maybe on social media or
Yes, I
yeah,
would love to. They were very
Mhm.
interesting questions, and I love
yeah,
talking with you and giving some
yeah,
Yeah.
advice.
yeah.
So we've
I
already
think
talked.
I'll be on social media after the call.
Perfect.
So we've already talked more about some environmental issues, and of course, your personal, well, about your profile as well. We've already talked about that, and your like, realizations during the pandemic, and you've shared to that as well already. So now let's talk more about your advocacy this time, since I believe that advocacy is really one of the weapons in Miss Earth beauty pageant, right? So,
Yes.
can you tell us more about your advocacy as well? Now you're heading to Miss Earth 2021.
Yes, I'd love to talk about it. It's one of my greatest passions, and I mentioned it actually a lot before. It's about animals for me, and I've been a volunteer for many years in a few rescue centers, and I'm also a foster mom for kittens. So actually, I'm going to fight for animal rights, the wildlife preservation, and their natural habitat. And it's actually connected to our Mother Earth because it's very important for our biodiversity and our ecosystem that we are going to keep protecting our wildlife and their natural habitat. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's something that came up because I rescued a kitten from Peru actually when I was there on an internship. And
Mm-hmm.
in my country, they wanted to kill him, they wanted to euthanize them, and I fought for him because there was a thought in the system of Belgium. They didn't have a quarantine room, and it's actually obligated by law. So we fought. We got the support of a minister, the support of a beautiful organization, Gaia, um, and we won. And now today there is an official quarantine room. So a lot of lives are going to be saved in the future. They are not going to kill innocent animals anymore. And my cat is a very happy cat at my place right now. So for me, it opened my eyes even more that they are killing actually innocent babies every day. A lot of people aren't knowing this fact that it's happening behind closed doors. So that's why we fought for the future of a lot of animals. And that's my advocacy as well, because we should respect all the things Mother Earth is giving us. And it's also animals, also our plants and our trees, all the living beings that she's giving us. We should respect it more and not seeing us as our property and yeah, taking care of them with disrespect.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you that when we speak of environment, we are not only talking
No.
about the natural resources, but of course, the other living things that are actually living in the earth, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, animals are actually part of the environment as well. So,
They're actually very important. So,
yes, that's right. Because we actually need these animals as well in the environment, right? To make our environment more beautiful and of course useful to all of
yes,
us, right? So you mentioned a while ago that you have rescued a cat from Peru. I just wanted to clarify this out. Did you bring this home with you in Belgium?
Yes, I adopted him because I was actually going to stay there for 6 months for my internship. But yeah, due to COVID and the pandemic, we got locked up after a month in our apartments. And I wanted to help. There was a special cat cafe, so I wanted to help them. And then I took one of the cats inside because there was no place that they could put their cats because everything was closing. And then yeah, we fell in love. So I started everything, the procedure to adopt him, because
Mhm.
I've never seen a cat like this before. I think he thinks he's a dog inside. He just thinks my other cats are not doing actually. And he fell in love with me. He was rescued from the streets as well. He was very sick when he came in, and he just recovered. He was still a little bit taken up by this whole experience. But yeah, he saw me as his mommy, and he followed me everywhere. So I couldn't leave him behind. If I would have left without him, I would have had to put him on the street again because there was no place to go during the pandemic. So that was something I was not going to do.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, as Selena. So, Selena, when you brought it home to Belgium, so the both of you got quarantined as well. Is that what you were saying a while ago?
No, I went in quarantine because it was a rule by then from our government, and normally he would have went into quarantine as well. But he came home with me and he went in quarantine at my place. And the first they said, "Yeah, it's okay, you can keep him in quarantine with you." And then after 2 weeks, I think they called us in and they were like, we're going to kill him because there is a risk. But it was more like a politic statement, a politic game. And we all know there was no risk. He was never sick, and a lot of actually scientists they proved it before, and they wouldn't accept anything because it was like a political statement that they wanted to make because it leaked out to the media, and they wanted to be strong as a government. But our fighting spirit actually was stronger than their point that they wanted to make.
And congratulations for that, for winning.
Thank you.
hmm Go ahead, Dandy John. Oh, Dandy John, you're on mute. You're on mute. Oh, Dandy John, you're on mute.
Yeah,
There
sorry
you
for that.
go.
I was on mute. Um, I have in my mind like asking things, but I really don't know if it is like okay to ask things on like social issues. What are your thoughts on like let's say for one of those is like you may answer it and you may not answer it also.
Yes.
It
Okay.
really
Perfect.
depends on you. Yeah. Like role of women in the political arena. How
Yes.
would you think? What do you think of women's role in a political arena?
I think actually this question is very good that you're putting it there, because it's still actually a social issue all around the world that women are not getting the chances they should have. Because I'm all about women empowerment today, and I'm a businesswoman. All delegates are successful women. They should be heard. They should be getting the same chances that men are getting. So a woman in politics, I'm actually cheering for it. They should have the same rights. They are smart. They have thoughts. They can have a role as maybe as a president. I think going to these roles, it's not right anymore. This time of year, we're not talking about females, males anymore. It's more about also transgenders, LGBT. We're not going to put people anymore in these categories. And being a woman, you should be able to be in the government. You should be able to have a good job, get the opportunities, because we are the same as men.
Mhm. Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. That equality, regardless of position,
Yes,
especially particularly on the government positions, that there should be equality regardless of gender.
yes,
That
it should,
everyone has the capacity
yeah,
to lead the people. Yeah, right.
yes.
Mhm. Okay, so
Yep.
let's okay, let's go back to your advocacy a while ago that we actually already had mentioned about your advocacy, and you mentioned that you are actually into wildlife, to saving wildlife rather, right? So um w- what actually had brought you to this kind of advocacy? There are so many things to be done in the environment, not only in the animals, not only on the trees or on the rivers, something like that. So why did you choose to still pursue your advocacy on saving the wildlife?
Yes, because I chose to pursue my passion, and
Uh-huh.
it's a passion that I have from birth. I grew up saving animals, little birds who have broken a wing, and I think a lot of people are underestimating the importance of our wildlife, the fact that our bees are going to be threatened today, and they are going to be very important for our biodiversity and our fauna and our flora. A lot of people just think it's our those animals they aren't important for us, but they are important. And I want to tell the world the importance of the wildlife, the natural habitats, because it's my passion. And my passion is also fighting for the environment. But if I had to choose something, then it's wildlife, it's animal rights, and it's their natural habitat, because I would love to visit the Amazons one day and
Mm-mm.
work there with the animals. But if you're going to keep on putting all these forests down, there isn't going to be any Amazon left anymore. And when I actually fought for the life of my cats, there was so many support of all the animal lovers, and I promised them that I was going to keep on fighting for the animal rights, that I was going to thank them by keep on pursuing these things. So I think the best possible way to thank all these people's support is to fight on a bigger level, to use my voice at Miss Earth to go for animal rights and wildlife.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Selena. Just one last question about your advocacy, right? So, what is that something we could learn from the animals as persons, as people?
As persons, as people, I think an animal is a much better friend than we can ever be. An animal is so loyal. I actually didn't saw my cat for a few months, and he came back to me, and he was like all over me like a little baby. They're so loyal. They will never betray you. They love you give from an animal. It's pure. It's yeah, I cannot describe the love I have for my animals. They're like family, and for me an animal is a member of your family. It's not just a pet that you own. They're part of a bigger thing in my house of our
Mm-mm.
family. And as people, we should learn how to love each other like an animal loves its owner, like we love our animals, and be loyal, give the affection and the love to each other. I think that's the most beautiful thing I can tell about animals is how they love us unconditionally. They love us unconditionally, and they should be loved as well. And not only our domestic animals, but also the wildlife, we should respect them and love them as well, because they're so beautiful creatures. And I'm in love with dolphins as well. How they look, how smart they are. So we should start looking up at our animals instead of thinking like they're creatures that we don't need to treat with respect.
What about taking care of snakes? Of course, when we speak of snakes, there is actually this an animal's instinct with snakes, especially this kind of python, especially
Yes,
the python. Yeah, normally python is being taken care or had become a pet of a few, right? But there
yes,
is also a tendency that a python could kill actually the ones taking care of it, right? So what can you say about that?
Yeah, I actually taking care of snakes in my rescue center, and I think they are an animal like every other animal. And the fact that they are killing people, it's very scary. But also, we are actually killing animals, so it works both ways. We can, yeah, we cannot see him as a monster because we're killing as well animals. So then we would be a monster as well. And I think everyone has a passion for a special kind of animal. And I'm more like a cat and dog person or a sea person, but there are people who like reptiles and they like snakes. And I think it's very beautiful if you have a snake as your at your house, because that's the snake that you're going to love and take care of the rest of your life. So I can only say that we should respect every kind of animal, also the ones that you are talking about that like maybe be a monster, but that's nature, you know. They are made to strangle, so it's natural. So I cannot approve talking about an animal that's natural instinct as a monster.
Oh, we have a comment here coming from Lyndon Johnson. Wow, so beautiful. We love you, idol. So you have another fan in here. God bless and good health. May chance you have. Well, this is actually in Filipino. May
Yes.
chance ng isa sa mga awards and special awards. Kutob ko po at prediction 100%. So he's telling actually that you have chances to get some awards or special awards and could be part of or could be one of it or oh, this is just his prediction rather. So pray pa din, keep on praying, and congrats in advance, Ma'am Selena. Advance happy birthday to him. Lyndon, hi, advance happy birthday to you on November 1. Hello po, Sir Idol. Good health to all and good luck. So that's it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, Leland, for watching once again. Yeah, it's been quite a while that we were not doing this kind of live. All right. So thank you so much for watching once again, Lyndon. All right. So thank you so much as well, Selena, for sharing all your thoughts about certain areas, like of course on our social issues, and at the same time even on environmental issues and your advocacies, which is I think it's one of the most important weapons or one of the most important things that you have really to prepare for in Miss Earth pageant, right? So
Yes.
we are moving forward to our next, shall I say, challenge for you. So this is more of social issues, actually, Selena. Now, let me just share this to you. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Mhm. All right, just give me one sec right here. And let me just pull it up. All right, here we go. Can you see that now on your end?
Yes.
All right, so
Think about
this is it's a pick a box segment. So we actually have here six boxes. It's mystery boxes that you can see, and each of these mystery box has corresponding words. Excuse me. So each of these mystery boxes has a corresponding words or group of words that can actually could actually be a social issue or could also be in a fast talk um, form. So when it's a fast talk form, it's just a question that you are asked to choose between the two and then just explain it. All right.
Yes, perfect.
All right, and if it happens to be a social issue, um, social issue mystery box, then you just have to tell us or share to us your comments or reactions or any opinion about that particular issue. All right,
Okay. Yes.
are we all good?
Yes. Okay. Can I
All right,
pick a box?
absolutely. But let me just remind you to just pick three, one at a time. All right.
Yes.
So you may start your first pick.
Box 5.
Number five.
Yes.
So here we go. Are you sure for this?
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
All right, good. So here we go. Outdoors or indoors? Which one do you prefer the most?
Yes, of course, outdoors. If it's not raining in Belgium, it's a lot of rainy days, but outdoors is the most beautiful place to be in nature, going on a hike, walking on a bike maybe. But I love to spend my time outdoors in the sun. Even now, when it's fall or winter, I love the cold and seeing the beauty of Earth that's been given to us during these beautiful seasons. So I would pick outdoors.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So the next one would be which box would it be?
Number four.
Number four. Here we go. Same-sex marriage.
I totally support this. I also mentioned it before. We should not put people in boxes anymore. We're all the same. We're all from flesh and blood, and also the same color for everyone. And for me, sex marriage from the same gender is totally fine. I really support actually LGBTQ, and I'm also participated in Pride, and we
Mhm.
should support this way more often because I know there's a lot of countries where it's still not okay to have a marriage with the one you love. But for me, it's all about loving yourself, loving the other one, and we should be able to love who we want.
That's right. I definitely agree with you on that. That there are still a lot of countries that are not yet with same-sex marriage, that are still not yet okay with same-sex marriage. But hopefully, we can be able to work on this as well as a whole, right? Worldwide. All right. So, oh, can you hear me by the way?
Yes, perfectly.
All right,
We
perfect.
can hear
So,
you. Next.
last one. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There you go.
Number six.
Number six. What do we have in number six? Textbooks or ebooks?
Hmm. That's a hard one because textbooks they are not good for the environment. But if you use recycled books, then it's better. Um, and ebooks, it's very a good alternative to stop buying a lot of books. But I love to read a real ecological book. So if I can choose a book, then it's an ecological recycled book and over an ebook because you have the real thing in your hands instead of being on the screen all the time and scrolling.
That's right.
We're on social media a lot, so if you can rest your eyes by taking a look at a real book, then it's good for your eyes.
That's right. How about you, Dandy? What do you prefer the most? Textbook or ebooks?
I would rather go for ebooks. Yeah, I'd rather go for ebooks. Not being as an environmentalist, but for paper, but rather it's for you
It's
can
more
have plenty of
handy.
those. Yeah, you can have plenty of those in your computer or in your laptop or whatever gadget you have, and then it will not eat a lot of space also with this with what we have now. So I would rather go for an ebook.
Mhm. And it's more handy as well, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you so much, Selena, for this opportunity. And thank you for playing with us with all our challenges and, of course, with all our games. So, would
It
you
was
like to say
fun.
anything?
It was really
would,
fun, the games. I loved it.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
So, would you like to say anything to anyone you would like to address? And
Um,
of course,
yeah, I would
promote your
like.
social media platforms and your projects. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I would like especially to thank the watchers because it's all about them. It's me and my message, but without our viewers and our Earth lovers from the Philippines and all over the world, I would be nothing. So they are very thanked that they are looking today, that I have a fan today, a new fan. Thank you for you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to talk about myself, to get to
Mhm.
know you as well. And my organization, they're so much supporting me, and I love working with them the upcoming weeks. And I'm really looking forward to our Miss Earth competition and our finals. And my social media platform, I actually promoted it a while ago with the question, but follow my Miss Earth Belgium page, and my personal account is also there. And if you want to see more about the upcoming finalists of our new Miss Earth, who is going to become Miss Exclusive, then you should also follow Miss Exclusive. And you might see my face as well on that page during some campaigns with our new finalists.
That's nice.
Uh, yeah, thank you
Hopefully
very
we'll be
much.
able to get some more information about it as well. All right, so we can
Yes.
also promote them on our social media platforms. All right.
Yes, perfect. They're all Earth
Um,
warriors. We're preparing them
Absolutely.
to
Yeah,
be a beautiful Earth, Miss Earth as well.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, any projects that you would like to promote as well? Your business, by the way.
My business, it's Dolce Donna Pin Shop, and we are going to have fashion and lingerie online and in our shop. So if you visit Antwerp or Belgium, you can also, if you want to have a drink with me, then you can come to my shop. I would love to talk to you. So you're
Yeah,
all
I hope I
welcome.
can travel. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
hope
should
we
see
can visit
something. We have some
you.
stuff for men as well.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah, because Dolce Donna is basically like, if you could translate that in English, that's gonna sweet lady, right?
Yes, sweet lady. Yes, but our sweet
Dolce
ladies, they
Vita.
like to buy a present for their husbands, so we have some stuff for their husbands as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's not
that's
only
sweet.
for
That's sweet.
pretty
Really
ladies,
sweet, sweet
right?
lady.
So it's not only for ladies,
Yep. Thank
right?
you very much. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, Selena, for gracing our page tonight, and as well, thank you so much to your organization, to the Miss Earth Belgium organization, for allowing this to make it happen as well. And yeah, we are very much honored and grateful to have you with us tonight for gracing our live sessions as well. Thank you so much, and we wish you all the best and all the luck as well for your journey in Miss Earth 2021. All right?
Thank you, and stay safe. And we will go through it together. Dundee. So
Mhm.
keep on
Yeah,
thinking
thank
about
you
it. I
very
think
much.
we're all in this
Yeah,
together.
in the backstage, I will add you on Facebook, personal
Yes,
account or
perfect.
Instagram. Yeah, we should talk much.
Yes,
Uh,
perfect. I'd love to.
All right. Thank you so much as well to all our viewers for staying with us for more than 1 hour and 30 minutes. And thank you as well to those who were very active or proactive and asking on our comment section. Thank you so much. And just like what I've mentioned earlier, during at the beginning of this live sessions, if you are new to our Facebook page, please do follow and like our Facebook page as well and all our other social media platforms. And if you are also new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification so that you will get notified whenever we release up. Whenever we release new videos. All right. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Stay safe and have a great night. Have a great day. Good afternoon to everyone. Had a great afternoon to everyone. And God bless you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.